Okay, this is a lot of stuff, but more than 1.6 million veterans have served in combat environments since September 11th, and are therefore eligible for the new 21st Century GI Bill. 81% of them don't feel prepared to enter the workforce, according to a 2007 study, and 76% of those feel unable to transfer their skills. Unfortunately, 18% of veterans from recent tours are unemployed, and of those 25%, they earn less than $22,000 a year. According to New England Journal of Med, 15 to 17% are suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, and according to some other data, that is a very conservative number. There was a 134% increase over 4 years of tinnitus-related disabilities. So most of our students have some form of hearing loss. Hence why sometimes our computers in the office are like real loud. More than 26% of them have some kind of mental health condition, according to an Army 2004 study, and at least 30% of our troops engaged in active combat in Iraq and Afghanistan have 4 months or more have suffered from some sort of TBI. So they may be coming here with a head injury, perhaps hearing loss, some mental health challenges or due to stress or anxiety, and they might be a part of our community. Some of you might have heard and saw this, that the NESI study had pulled out, had taken, of the 3.4% of the NESI population, of those respondents are self-identified veterans. It's about 11,000 students. And it includes 4,600 combat vets in that sample. They were predominantly male and more likely to be a little older than their peers. And first generation college students, transfer students, and distance learners. And this was particularly evident among that 44%, those combat vets. Let's see, first year vets were, they were comparable in most pieces of data in the NESI data in terms of race and ethnicity, but the senior veterans were predominantly African American, which was something interesting pulled out of the data. 1 in 5 combat student veterans reported at least one disability, compared to about 1 in 10 in the non-veteran population. Veterans spend about the same amount of time studying, more time working and caring for dependents, particularly those in combat experience, once again. And those full-time first-year combat vets spent twice as much time working and about 6 times as many hours doing dependent care. But what was interesting is that at the end of the day, so what? Okay, so they did not participate equally in engagement measures. They were less engaged in reflective learning. That's a big piece of the NESI data. And less engaged with faculty. And they perceived less campus support than non-veterans. However, there was no significant difference in their overall satisfaction. So while they just completely experienced perceive and experience college so differently than other students. All right, so how did we get here? So you see there's critical questions that every organization, every institution asks. What are the challenges associated with an increased influx of student veterans here? What are the policy implications and what are the services that are important? And that's kind of how we approach our daily work, but certainly before my coming, in June 2008, a Collegiate Success for Our Troops Task Force was launched, and it was chaired by Troy Johnson, and they met from June 2008, as pre-Mona, to October 2008, so just shortly after I arrived. And they were doing kind of a scan of what kind of services we have and an inventory of campus of resources, the capacity for service enhancements, and to anticipate more students coming in. And I think at that time we had reported about 600 veterans on campus. So it's grown exponentially in a short amount of time. And so at the end of the day, the recommendations were, obviously the marketing and outreach plan, which we have certainly done as an institution, explore military credit. We have a veteran here at our institution right now, and is a freshman. first time in college, with 93 credits. We know him well. He's in our office every day. Let's see, and then the other piece that was really kind of affects, what can student affairs do was the third piece of starting a Student Veterans of America chapter, having a common place for them to join, and then the bigger piece of having some ongoing collaborative effort by the university come together, which is now the Collegiate Success for Our Troops and Their Families work group that continues to meet. So, okay, what did that mean for us? One, I felt immediately like I have no idea what I'm talking about. Like all those like military acronyms, like DD-214, I had no idea. I was like, who's he? Say who? What? I thought I would fail miserably at trying to learn about everything. So we spent a lot of time trying to just coach ourselves up to navigating the terms and resources and benefits, et cetera, that we should have already known. So that was the initial thing. And the other piece is to really just get a sense of what best practices are out there and what available research is out there, which is not very much. So, that's certainly an opportunity for us and all the good work that we're doing to write about it. But one of the things that is just a pervasive definition of what it means to be veteran friendly is here. It's the lock-in, and I'll quote, it's removing those barriers, being cognizant of a smooth transition from military life to college life, and to be as attuned and sensitive to the resources and services available both on and off campus. And I think that's the framework that we try to have. So, okay, this is a snapshot. This is a crazy slide. I don't know what I was thinking about, but the bottom line is this, it's true to the NESI data, okay? I'll be happy to share this with you all, but it's true to the NESI data that it reflects the general campus population in terms of diversity. It's clearly more males. There's several different forms of benefits that student veterans have access to and utilize. And in addition to, this was a snapshot of 2010, spring 2010, that about 800 is some sort of federal, just at the top, is some sort of federal benefit. In addition, the state of Texas has the Hazelwood Act, which also is about 300 students at that time. And then some of those students have the ability to have both the Texas benefits as well as the federal benefits. So, that sounds like a bunch of mumbo jumbo, but the bottom line is the NESI data don't lie, okay? And that it really does reflect our campus community as well.